Hello everybody, good night. Welcome to the Deep Dive interview series powered by the Keys to My Crops initiative. Today we have the pleasure to host Mrs. Eugenia Tron from Italy. Since 2017, Eugenia is the general manager of COMPO EXPERT Italia that serves the Italian and Slovenian market as well. She holds a degree in economics and has got more than 15 years of operation management experience in multinational organization in chemical sector. In her remarkable career, has led teams in finance, operation, and sales, mainly in agribusiness. So, Eugenia, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Christos. I'm very pleased and honored to be in a part of the interview that you are taking in all Europe with this Kiss My Crop project.
Yes, we start with Spain, France, Greece, now we are in Italy. So before to start, how is the situation with the pandemic now in Italy? Because this has affected all of us.
Yeah, we have been the first country in the world after China, the first Western country. At the moment, we are facing the fourth wave. So with this Omicron virus, this variant, and it's almost like all Europe. We have a lot of cases. This week, we are really at the top level of the cases. They're saying that from next week is going to decrease, but it's something that we were expecting because after Christmas holidays, it's normal that people gather together. In Italy, we are very close to families and friends. We like to party. It's normal. We were expecting after the holiday Christmas to have a peak of contagious people. But hospitals are quite good, so they are managing well. So it was not like the second wave, the first wave. So it's under control because the Italian population, most of them are vaccinated. So it's more than 70% of the population is vaccinated. Even the kids from 5 years to 11 years started to get vaccinated from December. So
the situation
it's not too bad, let's say. So not too bad. So we are looking forward that even this is going to finish. So we start again our normal life, let's say.
Okay. Let's know a little bit about COMPO EXPERT Italia. Please give us an overview of COMPO EXPERT Italia as an organization and, of course, its activities.
Yes, so COMPO EXPERT Italia is one of the main players in the Italian market for special fertilizers. So we are not selling urea or, let's say, raw materials, just special fertilizer. COMPO EXPERT Italia is based in Cesano Maderno, that is near to Milan. We have this headquarters. We have an organization, it's a very lean organization. It's just 16 full-time employees and 23 sales agents. So this, and the sales and marketing team are not, of course, in Cesano Maderno because agriculture is not there, but it's spread all over the country. In Italy, we have 20 regions, very different regions on crops, climate, and all my team is spread all around the country. So this is nice. It's very particular, Italy. So my team is all over Italy. So in Cesano Maderno, it's more the administrative headquarters.
So that's impressive because we had the pleasure to be there and you were a very nice host and we understood about the deep of the agriculture in Italy. So I would like to ask you, based on the COVID situation, what are the main challenges of the agriculture in Italy the next 10 years? I know that the COVID has influenced all the targets and all the plans, but generally speaking, what are the main challenges of the agriculture in Italy?
The main, definitely what I see in the last years is climate change is the #1 challenge for next years. Because in the last years in Italy, we had really unexpected situations, like we had frozen temperatures, like in April, May, last year we had a big frozen period in April. Then we have floods, a lot of floods that never expected like this. When there are rains, there are big floods. and very hot temperatures, really unexpected, and going even until autumn, September, October. So of course, here we need to do something. Everyone needs to do something. So to avoid the destruction of our earth. And we need to do agriculture as a major role on the survival of our earth. So what is the challenge? Of course, the population is growing worldwide. And farmers will need to produce more to fulfill the demand of a growing population, but with limited resources compared to the past. So it's really important for the future, the good management of the resources, such water, fertilizers, pesticide. So these are going to be really a challenge to manage all these resources to produce more, and even in a sustainable way. And I see COMPO Expert is going to be a partner of our farmers to support. We will support our farmers to the transition to a sustainable agriculture. And how we will do it? With our products. COMPO Expert is the leader of technological products. So we will continue to develop new products with the aim to reduce the inputs, but to improve the production, to have a sustainable plant, a strong plant. And this is the only way. So for the future, this will be our main challenge. Sustainable agriculture. This is.
Wow. I understand right now that Italy faces the same problems like climate change, that we have severe phenomena from time to time, and we have, as farmers, to respond, and of course as companies to respond as well, in a way as you described as a sustainable way. So we have to use it, all of them. Okay, we'll talk later about why we have to use it, but I have one critical question to you. Because now we have the internet, because now we have Zoom, because now we have all the information available. So it's not about national companies anymore. Even if you have the name COMPO EXPERT Italia, actually all of us, we belong to COMPO EXPERT Group. And even this group was originated in Germany, today has been involved in an, let's say, multinational organization that holds inside different cultures, not just only different nationalities, different culture. So you are in a management position. How is the feeling to work in such kind of business environment?
Oh, Chris, it's amazing. It's really nice. It's exciting because, as you said, it's not anymore about we have internet, we have this, and this is important now because COMPO Expert is located in 21 countries. And we are like now more than 700 employees. But even if we are such a lot of people, we are very close to each other. And it's nice because we exchange technical experience, good practices among us. And I just give you an example of what happened last year, this summer. We have a new product in Italy that is applied in, that is called Vitanica RZ. That is a kind of biocontrol product, very important. And in Chile, that is a very big, important country for grapes, for table grapes, we wanted to ask some advices how to use this product. And we were on the phone with the product manager, and this guy told me, oh, you know, there is a Chilean consultant working for us. He's just traveling to Italy, in Puglia, in the south of Italy, because he's known even in Italy. And I was surprised, a person from Chile. And then this guy, we met, he came to our customers, he gave his advice. So, and this is what is nice to be in the multinational companies, that we can really share information, sharing good practice, and creating connections. And it's a great value. And I really appreciate that I see COMPO Expert opening new sites, growing in Asia Pacific, in South America, and not only in Europe, that has been where it was born, COMPO Expert. So it's looking at new territories, new challenges.
Yeah, having the luck visiting different countries where different COMPO expert organizations are located there and working there, I can confirm what you say. This is all about. It's about exchange, about feelings, information, experiences, and of course, the people they are connected in a very special way. Beautiful. This is something that it is very, very, let's say, has a potential for the people to come around. So one question, let's go back, because COMPO Expert is a company that has solutions, and the solutions are hidden in some technologies. So can you describe in one line the 3, 4, 5 top technologies that COMPO Expert incorporated in its products?
Yes, I give you, in Italy, we are the major 5 technology we use are Isodur technology, Crotodur, Polygen, Net, and Kelp. And they're all different. But the main product that everyone in Italy knows in the agricultural market is NPK Original Gold. Wow. This is a slow-release fertilizer which has Isodur technology inside. And it's a very well known since more than 30 years, is the #1 product when you really need to produce with quality. Another important is Basacote. Basacote, it's very well known in Italy in the ornamental market. And the main technology is Polygen, that is a coated product. And it's a great product. Then we have Net technology that is in the Novatec. It's a slow release fertilizer, very well known in vineyards, for example. And Kelp, that is used, is an algae, and we have a lot of products based on Kelp. And we have produced a lot of biostimulants with the Kelp technology or algae. So these are the main ones. But Isodur, of course, is much more appreciated in Italy, where I think we are the leader with this technology on slow release market fertilizers in Italy.
Great, 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 because there are no products, there are technologies behind the products that they cover the needs. And I'm happy to hear about that, and I can confirm my experience from the NPK Gold from Marchese Adinori, from my times. Those guys, they were very, not just only satisfied, they found, as they stated, the way how to manage in a sustainable way their vineyards. And we know very well that Marchese Adinori is well-known international winery with a lot of vineyards, and their opinion, it is quite interesting and important as well.
That's why, yes, in Tuscany, is a #1 product is this NPK Original Gold. In the best farms, top farms in Italy, and of course in the world at the end.
Yeah, that's why I have this picture behind of me. Tuscany, good memories, good results as well.
Yes.
So I have 2 questions that I like to combine in one. The first one is, it is too much. The hot topic of today is about regenerative agriculture. And most of the people, they don't know about this terminology. And at the same time, one category of some products that they are named biostimulants, they are in the game right now. So please clarify.
Yeah, when you talk about regenerative agriculture,
and biostimulants.
And biostimulants, we are talking about sustainability again. So this is the top product, the top topic. COMPO Expert, what I can tell you, it has in the DNA of the company the sustainability concepts. So we have been the precursor of sustainability because we have been developing technology that aims to reduce the inputs, starting with the Net technology, with the 3,4-D MPP. Then we have many other products, and this we are talking about biostimulants, that help to reduce the stress caused, for example, by salinity. In Italy, we have like near to the sea, you know, Italy all around we have sea, we have horticulture, and we have issue with salinity. In order to improve the yield, the production, we need to reduce the stress. And we have an excellent product with a unique technology called Novatec Fluid Pressal. And this is a biostimulant. Or for example, last year, we launched a new product that helped to reduce the stress due to hot temperatures, to sunburns. And this product is called Envelope. And it's a great product that we managed to register in Italy, thanks to the help of even my French colleagues they already registered this product. And that's it. So COMPO Expert, if we are talking about regenerative, it's in our DNA. We are always thinking about this, about sustainability. Okay, and with excellent products, starting from our granulars to the biostimulants.
That's
and
nice.
About biostimulants, what I can tell you that COMPO Expert as a group started to work with biostimulants more than 20 years ago. So there is a lot of experience inside the company, in particular in R&D, in our headquarters in Monster. COMPO EXPERT Italy, to be precise, we started later with developing this, more or less more than 10 years ago. If I was not here, but I know this. But thanks to the support of the headquarters R&D, to the international marketing, and even, again, talking about international, the experience of our colleagues in other regions, we managed to introduce very fastly in our Italian market excellent biostimulants that now are a point of reference in the agriculture. For example, like the Basfoliar Active, then we have the Kelp, the Vitanica, and many other products that now are still in the pipeline that we are testing. And these are fundamental now, biostimulants, if you want really to use even less pesticides, and of course being sustainable, of course.
Quite interesting, because you are already prepared, and you said that sustainability is in the DNA of COMPO Expert. Yeah. This is fantastic. And you have already, as you said, already for 20 years, you are using the biostimulants. Probably now is a hot topic, but that company, it is already prepared about that. This is fantastic. I don't like to go more technical, but because Italy is one of the 3, let's say, top wine producers. I know because I like the wine there. And of course, the data says that you are one of the most important countries over there. I'd like to ask you, do you have any specific fertilization, nutrition, plant nutrition program for that crop?
First of all, I need to tell you that Italy is, very long, and we have many kind of varieties of wine, of grapes. There is different soils, different climate, and even growing systems, and even targets of quantity and quality. From the north to the center to the south is totally different. So we don't have a unique, let's say, nutrition plan. We have different, because we target the nutrition plan based on the target of our customer. So what is his target of quality, quantity? We do soil analysis. We look at the climate of the wine place, and we do ad hoc nutrition plan. But if I need to tell you which is the product number 1, we come back with the NPK Original Gold that used to be applied after harvest in October, November. So because after a long stress of period for the plant, after summer, we put this product that help to get again strong the plant when spring starts. So NPK, I can say Original Gold is the common product in wine grapes in Italy. And of course, during the season, we continue to support the nutrition of the plant with, for example, Novatec Classic, another product well known in all Italy for wine grapes. And then going during summer, we use Basfoliar Active, Basfoliar Kelp, Soluble DF, and So we have a lot of products, but two are the main products common in all wine grape in Italy.
Very nice to know that you have, let's say, as you said, a very long country, means that different climates, of course, but the basis can be the NPK gold. That's why you named gold. But of course, the most important is that the growers and the users, they say it is quite gold. Why is that? Because they use it and they have results.
And they have results. After more than 30 years, they still have results. And then it's really, even if it's known as a top product, more expensive, but if you want to have quality, they are looking for this product.
Now I'm gonna take you in a very tricky questions. Okay, we started with the vineyards and the wines, but now I'd like to take you in another direction. Recently, we had an interview with Dr. Fritz Lord, you know, this is the global turf manager.
Yeah, the global turf manager, yes.
And we had the discussion about the sports turf, till to public green, everything about the green. In Italy, there are top football clubs that hold extraordinary football fields. Do you have any experience as COMPO EXPERT Italia on this sector? Or if not, do you have any plans on this?
Yes. At the moment, we have been contacted by some football big clubs, but because they see the experience of my colleagues in France, in Germany, in Spain. Unfortunately, COMPO EXPERT Italy do not have yet an experience. But we want to look at this market, because as you said, we have a top of football clubs in Italy. And again, since we are a multinational company, we have the big experience of Dr. Fritz Lord and my colleagues in Germany, in France, in other countries. So it's something that in next 2 years, we are going to put a foot on there, to start to have an eye, but we have already the solutions, we have the products. This is what is really important, because we have Floranid products, we have slow release, many other products that I'm sure that we can do the same as my colleagues in other countries are doing. So we are going to step in, so Christos, on this new market for us.
Believe me that you don't have just only the products, you have the experience as well. Yes. We connected with the guys of COMPO EXPERT. Really, they are scientists behind it. They really understand about the climate change opportunities, because now, as Dr. Lord explained to us, there is no typical North Europe climate. There is no typical Mediterranean climate. Everything has changed, and you must respond accordingly, not to react, as he said. So I'm totally convinced that you have the opportunity there, because the good quality of turf, it is not just only for football clubs, it is about the public green as well. So this is all about, as you described in the beginning, that you have the international and intercultural organization that can
support us, transfer the knowledge, and they can come to Italy to do some meetings, giving technical advice. So it's great that we have such big experience in the company. And I will use for this their experience to support me in this kind of field that has a great opportunity for the growth of the company in Italy.
Question. So, Italy is not well known, renowned about their, for example, vineyards and wines. In Italy, and especially in Sicily, there are large areas with greenhouses. I have one question for you. How important are the greenhouse crops for COMPO EXPERT Italia? And do you have any main products dedicated to that sector?
Yes, Christos. Greenhouse is very important for COMPO EXPERT Italy. Greenhouses are in Sicily, as you said. They are in the southeast of this island. And it's a large area with high quality vegetables that are grown in limited soil and with even, let's say, bad quality of the water. So the main crops produced in these greenhouses are tomatoes, we have pepper, we have zucchini, melon, cucumber. So and it's really important because all these crops that are coming to the north of Italy, or even abroad in Europe. So we are producing for Europe. And this is the place in the greenhouses where we apply the specialty fertilizers, in particular water-soluble fertilizers and biostimulants. And in this segment, we have, for example, Acafos. It's very well known. It's a water-soluble, high-quality water-soluble. We have Vitanica RZ, Camazole Black, Basfoliar Kelp. And for the water, for the salinity issue, we use Presal. And even Camasol Aqua, where we have problems with the water, the good management of water. And so for us, greenhouses, but I want to tell you something, Crystal, greenhouses is not only in Sicily. We have many other places, even in the south of Italy, where we have greenhouses. For example, there is in the south of Rome, Latina is a place that is the biggest Italian area for zucchini. Mm-hmm. And it's really a big area. And there we have an important market share in that crop in zucchini. Then we have a big area for strawberry, for example. Again, it's in greenhouse, and is in the north of Naples, in Caserta, and even in the Ionic area. And even we have a baby leaf. Baby leaf is in the south of Naples, in Salerno, and there is a big area for all Europe that we are exporting all Europe, leafy vegetables. Uh-huh. So in Italy, we have a lot of vegetable crops that are produced in greenhouses. In COMPO EXPERT, we are supporting the farmers of greenhouses with our special products.
Great to really now I realize that you don't have just only nutritional products, fertilizers, for example. You have the total package about the problems the greenhouse crops they face. It Absolutely. Is the scarcity of water, or it is not the low quality of the water. So you have to support a little bit about the soil biology. It means that about everything with the salts and stuff like that. So the salinity is quite a big problem right now all over Mediterranean, if I can say, or all over the world in the cultivation areas. So I like to know that you have the total solution, not only in the greenhouses, not only in Sicily, but all over.
All over. This is nice. I told you what is nice of COMPO EXPERT. We have the best catalog with a complete possible solution for the farmers, depending on their issue that they have.
This is the intention.
So we don't have a standard nutrition plan. We go in the place, we understand the issue, we listen about the farmer, what are their issues, and we find a solution. Okay, this is nice.
And this is the intention of these deep dive interviews, means that all the people that now they're watching about this interview can understand that you have the solution. So if they are not only in Italy, but you share your good results with the people all over the world, growers all over the world, colleagues all over the world, that this is the most important. And I like to know that you have a full package of solution, not just only about the nutrition.
Absolutely. This is, let's say, really the really nice thing to work with COMPO EXPERT, solutions that we already experience even in other countries. So we can have the expertise, the global expertise. And then this is great.
Beautiful. So we had a discussion with your colleagues in Spain about the apples, about the poms, whatever. And now my mind comes to Italy, that you are well known about the high quality of apples. I remember about, for example, the Val d'Aosta is a huge area about high quality.
Yes. How
important is that for you? Any comment about that? How important is for COMPO EXPERT Italia? Do you have already solved problems there? Do you contribute to that crop?
Absolutely, we are very well present in apple, and the main area in Italy are in Piemonte, in Trentino, and in Emilia-Romagna. And the most known products applied are Blaucon Premium and Blaucon Classic. But even we have the other solution, not only the granular solution, the soil solution, but even biostimulants like kelp. And last year, we launched a new product registered in Apple and in Pears that is called the envelope. Envelope is a base substance that reduces sunburning, damages, and insects reluctant. As I told you, the climate is changing and we are experiencing hot temperatures. And the sunburning damages can really cause production problems to our farmers, apple farmers. Even if we are in the mountains, like in Trentino or in Piemonte. Therefore, it's something that we introduce in our catalog, seeing that the temperature, the sunburn problems are increasing year over year. Mm-hmm. So these are the main products for apples. So it's a really important crop in Italy. And as you said, we have high quality apples exported all over Europe.
That's why I'm saying, if it is not in a high quality, you cannot export. So consumers outside of Italy, they can recognize if they are in high quality or not because they buy or not. That's why I'm saying you grow locally, but your product is consumed worldwide. So you have to think about the quality of the products. And probably, as we discussed earlier, you as COMPO EXPERT Italia, you contribute to that quality. Part of that quality belongs to you because you have the experience and the nice products and how to help them to do that.
Yes, we are very close to our farmers, to their issue, and we give solution as always. This is our scope of the business.
Now we are approaching to the end of this interview. That is fantastic up to now. I have one question. You referred earlier about the green sector. I mean, all the greens like lettuce, like all ready to eat, let's say, vegetables. So any plan, any comment about the future of these crops? Because now it is a hot trend about the vegan, vegetarian and stuff like that, and they like to consume salads that comes directly from the field. Is that any, let's say, specific program? Do you have any specific attention to that crop? Do you have any comment to that crop?
Yes, the lettuce, as you said, since more and more people are eating in the Mediterranean way. So again, we are exporting a lot of lettuce out of Italy, like in Germany, UK. And we have very big areas of Italy producing lettuce. Again, I can tell you that we have different nutrition plan depending on the abiotic stress, because the abiotic stress is the main issue for lettuce. And because sometimes the temperatures could be very high or even very low, and they're very stressed, the plant. It's depending on the light, on the humidity condition of the lettuce. And we need to support all this with biostimulants. So these are the main products that we use to have a good quality of lettuce. We have like Bisphoria silicio, Bisphoria spira, Camaso black. All these products are helping to limit the plant stress and to improve productivity and quality. This is the main request from our farmers. They need to produce more and with the great quality in order to then export and to pay even the premium price of this product. So it's a growing crop, lettuce. And all these greens, it's a growing the market for this and the request from the market. And Italy can produce 365 days in a year due to the climate that we have, to the good quality, in particular for the south of Italy where we have greenhouse, but even open fields.
Eugenia, there is a terminology in the wine industry that they call it, today we'll go to taste some wine, or we must have a flight. Flight means that we have to taste different wines from different areas. So up to now, what you did, a flight for us. So from one crop to the other one, and then to the green, and then to the turf, and then to the apples and stuff like that. So thank you very much about that. So
thank you, Cristo, for this opportunity that you gave me to speak with you.
Yes, but you have one more opportunity. If you have any message that you like to share with the audience all over the world, this is the time, please.
Thank you very much. What I can say, first of all, I welcome you in Italy, all of you, if you have the opportunity, because for me it's the best country in the world, Italy, with the best wine and the best food. Yeah. So
and the best
whoever
people.
wants, not everywhere. Yeah. People, I cannot say only Italian everywhere, but we have a great country. So when the coronavirus is finished, I'm really looking forward to have many people coming to Italy. Just give me a call. But since in the audience there are even my colleagues, I would like really to thank my team, my outstanding team, because they are really every day supporting the Italian farmers to produce in a sustainability way. And they do this despite maybe the bad weather, the coronavirus, because they have passion, my team. They have passion, dedication, competency, skills. And I would like so to thank all my team, not only the Italian team, but even my colleagues in the regions near me, so Greece, Spain, Germany, France, the big family of COMPO EXPERT.
Eugenia, you are a really team player. You are a really team player, and I appreciate about that. Thank you very much. It was a great pleasure to have you on the show, and I hope to meet you in person soon, very soon.
Thank you, Cristo. I hope to see you soon as well. See you in Tuscany. Bye.
Yeah.